Hello, welcome. We are going to talk about the 5 pillars of self-love, a guide to coming home to yourself. Self-love sometimes gets talked about like it's a finish line, like eventually one day you'll cross it and magically you're fine and you've done it. You don't have any more work to do on self-love. One day you're just going to be healed and confident and unshakable and there's no more work to be done. But that's not how self-love works. It's not a destination, it's a relationship. And it's one that shifts, deepens, and sometimes falters. It's one that asks to be tended, not perfected. These 5 pillars are not rules to follow or boxes to check. They're gentle anchors that you can return to whenever you feel disconnected from yourself. You don't need to do all of them at once, and you don't need to do them right. You are allowed to start exactly where you are. So let's talk about pillar 1, awareness without judgment. Self-love begins with noticing your thoughts, your emotions, your patterns, your limits, without immediately criticizing yourself for what you see. So many of us were taught to meet ourselves with judgment first. Why am I like this? What's wrong with me? I should be better by now. Awareness without judgment sounds different. It sounds like, this feels hard. I'm tired. Something in me needs care. You don't need to analyze or fix what you notice. Simply seeing yourself clearly and kindly is an act of self-love. Pillar number 2, compassion over criticism. You don't need to be healed, motivated, productive, or emotionally regulated to deserve compassion. Self-love does not require you to earn kindness through effort or improvement. It means learning to respond to yourself the way you would respond to someone you love. When you struggle, instead of asking, why can't I get it together, you might ask, what am I carrying right now? Compassion doesn't remove accountability, it removes cruelty. And cruelty has never been an effective teacher. Pillar 3, boundaries as self-respect. Self-love is not only about softness, it's also about protection. Boundaries are not walls, they are acts of self-respect. They sound like, I can't do that right now. I need rest. This doesn't feel good for me. For many women, boundaries bring guilt, fear of disappointing others, fear of being seen as selfish or lazy. But every boundary you set is a way of saying, my needs matter too. Self-love grows when you stop abandoning yourself to keep the peace. Pillar number 4, listening to your body and inner wisdom. Your body is not something to push through or override. It carries information, signals, truth. Fatigue, tension, numbness, overwhelm, these are not personal failures, they're communication. Self-love means listening instead of arguing with yourself. Instead of asking, how do I force myself to keep going? You might ask, what is my body asking for right now? Rest is not a reward. It is a requirement. Pillar number 5, gentle returning. This is not about discipline. It's not about streaks, routines, or doing something every day. Self-love does not break when you miss a day. It breaks when you punish yourself for missing one. Gentle returning means coming back after you disappear, choosing yourself again after self-criticism, letting yourself re-enter without shame. You are not behind, you have not failed, you are still welcome here. Trust is built not by never leaving, but by always allowing yourself to come back. How do we bring these pillars together? Well, self-love is not loud or performative. It's often quiet, ordinary, and deeply human. It looks like speaking to yourself with a little more care, resting without apology, setting one small boundary, listening instead of pushing, and returning instead of quitting. You don't have to love yourself perfectly. You only have to stay willing to meet yourself with kindness again and again. That is how you come home to yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Feel free to leave me a comment If you would like to join my free community on Skool.com, it is the Self-Love Scribe Circle. There will be a link in the description. So thank you for joining me. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.